This guy, a friend of mine called Sean, who's a social worker, and he told me that he'd only come if I did his poem. So I said, okay, I'll do this poem, and he's not here. so anyway, so you'll get to hear it. It's about, in 2009, the ABBA tribute band Bjorn again went to play a concert in Russia. And when they got there, they were asked to play in this hotel behind this gauze curtain. And through this curtain, they could see people in suits, and they were sure that one of them was Vladimir Putin. And when they got back, they made a press release, oh, we just played a concert in front of Vladimir Putin, and the Kremlin said, denied the story. So this kind of gave me an idea for a poem. There was something in the air that night, the stars were bright, Fernando. They were shining there for you and me, for liberty, Fernando. Vladimir Putin listens to ABBA. Oh, I know, I was with him one New Year, playing guitar for tribute band Bjorn again at Novgorod in the Hotel Grand Pushkin. Now, I could have predicted Putin grinning at the sound of Western rulers crumbling, a Waterloo, Napoleon surrendered, and all of that. But Vlad tapped his toes to our full repertoire. The Kremlin's pretending he wasn't there, but I swear it, I caught his stare as I plucked the opening notes to Chiquitita. So why is this a story he wants to dismiss? Is late 70s disco just a little too kitsch? Was it a lowbrow moment of weakness that could leave us all thinking Vladimir Putin's not as serious as, say, Mussolini, who began each day with a cup of coffee and a canto by Dante? Or as highbrow as Hitler, painting his watercolours whilst listening to operas by Wagner? Or as lyrical as old Joe Stalin, who wrote prize-winning poems whilst training to be a priest? Next to such artistic complexity, does Vladimir Putin fear he'll be teased by pompous leaders at the next G20, joking about flares, sequins and chest hairs, while he's sitting sad and lonely? No, he's not the type who gets picked on. He's a black belt, an ex-KGB officer who can probably down a bottle of vodka whilst winning his hand at bridge or poker, cocking a revolver at the head of James Bond after tricking him with caviar and blondes. With 80% approval ratings, a degree in international law, a 5% stake in Gazprom, and a black Labrador, what would Putin want ABBA for? Those mawkish peddlers of cheap emotion, singing about love in a lost revolution, wishing away the world's wicked tyranny as little bright stars come out for liberty. I don't know why Vladimir Putin doesn't want us to think that he listens to ABBA, but I know that 3 days before we played in Russia, a journalist and a human rights lawyer leaving a conference about rape in Chechnya were shot in the middle of Moscow in broad daylight. I don't know why I joke about being in an ABBA tribute band, but I'm not cynical about it. I've always been genuinely thankful for the music. And I don't know why you, or indeed any of you, listen to ABBA, and I don't mind. Just don't pretend the songs can mend or undo anything. But they are full of things worth living and dying for. All of the things worth loving and crying for. And even Vladimir Putin listens to ABBA.